Welcome back to Manifest Anything. Come on, Landria. Anything. Yeah, anything. Anything. Well, we did choose a certain role here on this planet as human beings. Don't forget that. You still have to play this out. So you can't just say to yourself, well, I'm going to ditch this and go off and be something else. That would mean you'd have to transition over and then reincarnate into whatever else you wanted to be. Play the role out so you can manifest anything within this role if you want to complete it like you agreed to and be your ultimate best. That means you can slough off absolutely everything. You can let everything go. Just get the shackles and the chains off and let it go and run. Did you see my video on my YouTube channel? Just run. You know what? I don't know how I'm going to train for that marathon, but I'm just gonna run. Just run, go. Quit thinking about things so much. And so go in the direction of where you want to be. Just run. So sometimes he says, okay, so I need to do this and this and this, and I'm gonna read up on this and this and that. Sometimes you just have to run. Just go do. Things will show up. People will show up along the way saying, here's a better pair of tennis shoes, or oh, you have sores on your feet. Here's some great socks. And then along the way, things show up. Why? Because you're going in that direction. So head in the direction of where you want to be. And so people, so many times, they head in that direction, and as soon as there's a pothole or it rains or things get uncomfortable, they cry and go running home. They go back in the direction of the place that they don't want to be, with sores on their feet, and they complain and they're wet and cold. But if you'd have kept going on that path, that sun would come back out and those potholes would be repaired, and you find new paths that don't have potholes. But so many people go running back to safety. That's not safety. That's dissatisfaction. Just run in the direction that you want to go. What is that direction? Can you choose it? Of course you can. Let's do it right now. What's the direction that you want to go in? Is it abundance? Is it healthy relationships? Is it, meeting that ideal person? Is it not being lonely anymore? Some people are so lonely. What does that look like? What does that look like? Be clear on it. And you don't have to have details. You know me, I'm not a detailed kind of girl, because I like to open it up, because things come to me that I never imagined. I know certain things that I want, so I put that out there, but I don't tell the universe how, when, with whom, whatever. I just know the positive things that I desire, and boy, do they show up in amazing ways that I could have never dreamed up or written down, okay? So don't box yourself in. Just run. Go in that direction. And if things happen along the way, say, oh, there's a pothole, right? There's another pothole. What I don't want people to do is to start this mind thing where they talk themselves out of every single thing that gets uncomfortable. That is life. And when you get uncomfortable, you are not accepting that this is life, and it will always be that way. If you get comfortable with this, then you'll be fine. You'll say, oh, here's another pothole. So what is it? The road less traveled. Life is difficult. When you know this and you accept this, life stops being difficult. And this is true, because then when it happens, you accept it. You know it, you accept it. We don't accept it. We don't want the potholes. We quit. We run back. And then what we do is we actually fuel the fire for the place that we're not satisfied with, and we get deeper entrenched in that and more fearful of going out there because it didn't work, right? I got rained on, I got muddy, it was uncomfortable. We keep going further and further back into dissatisfaction. So can you be okay with a pothole once in a while, or getting rained on, or whatever else happens along the way? Because as long as you're heading in that direction that you want to go to, the final destination you want to be at. And there's never any final destination. Amazing things will happen for you. That's expansion. All right, so let's head in the direction. Choose it. And you do everything you do and think. Everything you do and think. Tell yourself right now is going to be revolve around achieving that goal. Everything I do and think is going to be about achieving that goal. So, is that thought contributing? Is my dissatisfaction with a little hiccup along the way, or maybe a big hiccup along the way? Am I now going into a negative thought pattern here? Is that contributing toward my goal? If the answer is no, then you sit there and you switch that thought over. All right? Head in the direction of your goals, and every thought, every action must reinforce it. That it is done, you are going to achieve that goal, and that you're going to enjoy that journey, and including getting a little wet, hitting the potholes once in a while. Know that this is part of your growth, your education, your evolvement, and you becoming that person at that final destination. You cannot be that person unless you went on that trip. You cannot achieve that goal unless you went on that run to get to it. And whatever happened along the way, it's impossible. So you have to go on it. That means you have to accept everything along the way that happens. Be okay with that. Can you? Yeah, ooh, that's a tough one, right? That's what we try to avoid. Oh, I don't want a pothole. I'm done with potholes. Great. Good. Then stop being, bothered by them. Oh, there's a pothole. This too shall pass. And you keep going and going and going. And you get so determined that it must happen. It must happen. It exists for you right now. You're whole. You are perfect. You are strong. You are powerful beyond your imagination. You are a loving, beautiful person. You're harmonious. That's what we come from. And you're a happy person. Truly inside, that's who and what you are. Unconditional love. Can you accept that? I think you can. Now get busy. And just run. Namaste.